everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for your Smackdown post-show. And all I can say is, finally, Cresta has come back to Fightful, our new official Smackdown post-show host, the wonderful Cresta star. I'm so excited to get to stream with you on a regular basis. It's made me blurry. I'm so excited. Well, we're going to find it. I'm going to come back. But Cresta, we're so excited. You had a little bit of a hiatus. Oh my God. Everyone's been asking about my skincare routine. So excited to have Cresta back. We are very happy to have you permanently on Friday nights and Saturday nights moving forward for Collision as per usual. This is the longest it's taken my camera to auto refocus, but it's just because Cresta's beauty is too much. It's taking all the focus in the most delightful way. But Cresta, we're so excited to have you back, girl. Welcome.
Guys, so excited. Yes.
How are you? How was Halloween? Let's start there.
Let's start with Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't see the photos, Cresta Star was a beautiful showgirl. Poor Kate.
I'm just trying to get my camera to focus. What's going on? There we go.
Your camera's being a weapon formed against you. But yes, for Halloween, I was a showgirl. I got all dressed up. Let me show you guys my favorite Shawn Michaels pose. Here we go. I made that headpiece. Yes, God.
My goodness.
You can't see it because it's blurry. All our cameras are weapon formed against us. But that was taken moments after disaster. I got all dressed up and my friend pre-gamed too hard and threw up, so I stayed home.
Oh no. Well, you did get to wear that on the AEW Dynamite post show with Alex Pulaski. You filled in for Shawn last minute. You looked
because
fantastic.
I thought Alex was going to be dressed up because I saw what he did to you.
Alex abandoned me, honestly. Okay, he did a good job as Dusty Rhodes. What is going on with my camera? Because you can see it. It can choose to be clear when it feels like it.
You have to do one of these where it's like real slow, and then you zoom out.
Should we do it?
I believe
if someone's just tuning in now with our weird ass like hands up. Oh my God, that works. Guys, I've learned something new and we haven't even started talking about Smackdown yet.
Oh, yeah,
we are extremely excited to have Cresta for your weekends, man. I'm so excited about it. So welcome her aboard officially. Get in your super chats, get in your humper chats at humperchats.com. And boy, oh boy, subscribe to FightfulSelect.com. We had a huge announcement that WrestleVotes is going to be joining us. Very, very excited to have them on board. They've been doing a tremendous amount of great work for a number of years. They have a very reliable track record. Very excited. They're going to be joining us starting in December. They're going to have shows under the Fightful umbrella. Very, very, very happy. Yeah, we got someone in the chat who was like, the slow reveal hand focus is
honestly, it worked
tonight. I'm here for it, though. So FightfulSelect.com also, in addition to having WrestleVotes join us, just a big week back there in general. We have so much news. We have select answers every day when we don't have our full-on Q&A show. You have Alex Pulaski back there being sour every Monday. And most Fridays, he's a little sick. But today, we had our Debunkathon feature, which people have been loving, where Shawn goes through rumors, credible and not, and lets you know what we've heard. My favorite one from this week was that Tony Storm is married to Marina Shafir. So didn't even get the right person in kayfabe right. I know, I was like, we all wish. But we also had Tanahashi's final opponent, not the name revealed, but the time frame that it'll be revealed coming in the next week or so. It's been narrowed down to 3 candidates, which is fantastic news, a hell of a retirement run for him. We also broke the unfortunate Ridge Holland news that WWE made a very cutthroat move and chose to terminate him for his comments, which honestly weren't all that bad. A week or so before his deal was up, he basically had just said like, hey, WWE put me in a bad situation, but they give 0 F words, as the kids say. But Ricardo saying, we missed Miss Cresta. Hello, Sour Queen. Boy, did we miss you. I had fun with some guest hosts. I went solo a few weeks, but who doesn't want Cresta's energy on a Friday night? Great Cherry saying, welcome, Cresta. Lovely to see you. And of course, always lovely to see you, Kate. We need a tag team name for this powerful duo. Love you both. Love both of yins. Feel free to give us your tag team names of choice. Names
yeah. Not 2-woman power trip. That's me and Iridian, though.
And I respect it. And honestly, it should be you and Iridian. But let's dig into this episode of SmackDown. Lots to talk about. We're going to start with the Chelsea Green news first, because there are so many ups and downs to this. I really want the chat's opinions on this too, both super chat if you can and just regular, because if you follow NXT and you know what's been going on with Chelsea Green and Ethan Page, you know that this move makes a lot of sense. But not everybody's watching it. Ethan Page said in a recent interview, he's like, I'm pretty sure Chelsea's just doing everything she can to get me to the main roster. I've heard things that would indicate that isn't untrue. It's she definitely likes working with Ethan and thinks he's a main roster talent. We know that much, but you know, I'm so bummed for Giulia. That's kind of what the chat is saying. Like, Chelsea Green is an absolute superstar, but what have they done with this Giulia call up? Because it has been such a waste. She's the longest reigning US champion. Yes, she's had 2 defenses. By Giulia's standards, they were somewhat, I don't want to say forgettable, because she's an incredible wrestler, but like, from what Giulia can do and what we know she's capable of, she hasn't gotten to show out the way that we wanted her to. She just brought a manager on who now looks like an idiot for this happening. So that whole thing feels dead in the water. It already felt kind of dead in the water, but now it feels like they have no choice but to kill it. I don't understand how you miss with Giulia, because the answer is to just let her wrestle a bunch of matches. She has so much like live charisma that comes across so well. If you just let her wrestle, her character is fantastic. Her look is so, not only is she drop dead gorgeous, but she's so unique because she's Italian and Japanese, which is just like a really unique heritage to have. And she hits like a freaking truck. Like, I don't understand what we're not doing with Giulia. I don't understand how you strap her up with this mid-card title and don't just let her wrestle. It's extremely easy to get Giulia over. You just put her in some matches. Like, this isn't rocket science. So I am so happy for Chelsea. She's fantastic. This angle with Ethan is going to be so much fun, as they're the Canadian North American strongholds. Chelsea is the inaugural champion of this title. She did the most with this title since its existence. She's done the most in the mid-card with the title or without it. Her AAA appearances are going to be fantastic with this. She was hilarious on NXT this week because she was calling it triple paid. So I think there's a lot of happiness for Chelsea, but like concern about like, how do you miss with Giulia? Pile driver finisher saying, I don't know about all the stuff you said about Giulia, but yeah, just get her wrestling. Like, just let her wrestle, man. That reign did nothing for anyone or anything. Like, I man. Cyclops is better than Wolverine, saying, how does Road Dogg have a job? I give up on SmackDown.
Yikes.
And Taylor Cannon also just welcoming aboard you, Miss Cresta, saying, I'm a happy camper. I'm so happy to have Cresta here. Like, we only ever had the Thursday night crossover, and that was so fun. And then now that I don't do Thursdays, I never get to see you. And when we were looking to fill this slot, I was like, God, Cresta's energy for a Friday night would be so much fun. And I'm so glad that you're here about it. What are your thoughts on Chelsea and Giulia?
When the match happened and Chelsea had her foot on the rope, I just thought of Chapel Roll, like, God, what have you done? Not this again. And don't get me wrong, Chelsea Green, I think, should have never dropped the US title from the beginning. If this is how we were going to do it, she's been the most entertaining. She's done the most with it. I am a Zelina Vega stan, but if you were going to give the belt to Zelina, let Zelina do her thing. If you were going to give the belt to Giulia, let Giulia do her thing. This sounds like, you ever seen that meme where the person is walking and they step on the rake and then the rake kicks them in the face, and then the one below it is a guy does a kickflip with the rake and it still hits them in the face? I feel like we're at the second panel. Because I think Chelsea Green is great, because now you have the issue of what are we doing with Giulia? Giulia is a really, 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 did I say really good wrestler? She's a really good wrestler. And there's a lot of people in your mid-card who, if we're talking about believability, she could believably beat. She could believably beat a lot of these girls. So it's like, what are we doing here? And you better not be NXT. So, and she's not going to be Jade for the United States champion. So what are we? Not Jade. I'm sorry. She's not going to be Jade for the main card, title. What are we?
Especially with Bianca waiting in the wings, hopefully, knock on wood.
I think it's also like if you do a hot potato, that's silly. You know what I mean? To give it back to Giulia, back to Chelsea Green. For all that, just let Chelsea Green be the Canadian menace she was born to be.
She is a Canadian menace, as she was born to be but we have, did this only go 1 minute and 35 seconds? Holy crap.
It was really, really short.
I knew it was short.
Chelsea won.
So you have, like, Giulia hit a really nice arrivederci in this. Like, she dominates. I was going to say dominates early, but it's 1 minute and 35. So what do you even say to that? But
half the match was in a promo from, half the match was in a promo with the MFTs, and they had old girl sitting in the ring waiting for Chelsea to come out while Solo Sikoa was like, you guys are going to bully people, and you like, you could have did this before or after this. That whole match entirety was 3 minutes, and the most of it was MFT.
Insanity. Alba Fire with the distraction. I also feel like they should be in the like Alba Fire and somebody needs to be like, I feel like Piper Niven needs to be in that tag team picture, assuming like both are good to go and cleared and healthy. I don't understand why you wouldn't do that. But this is, it's one of those things where Cresta, I say it sometimes with certain people, I'm just like, I would just simply choose to make $1 million with this person. I feel that strongly about Giulia. Like, if you just let her wrestle, you could probably make $1 million with her. That's it. And I don't mean to be like snooty, I was right, girl, but when they called up this wealth of women from NXT, I was like, you're going to leave NXT bare, and somebody's going to get left behind on the main roster, because they called up Steph, they called up Giulia, they called up Roxanne, like a bunch of people came up at the same time. And for some reason, Jordynne Grace is in NXT fighting for the TNA Knockouts Championship. It boggles my freaking mind.
Let me tell you something, brother. Why do we take it off of her in the first place? She just should have went to WWE with the TNA title. Listen, I respect Naomi taking it off of her. That I could get jiggy with. But when you gave it back to her to give it to Masha, and now she's fighting, we just did this. So you want to do the Masha Jordan Classic on? Let's get where's Deonna Purrazzo? Let's get the real class. Let's get the classic. Right. Just to have all three of them fighting there. Like, for what? Like, why'd you take it off for Jordynne Grace? Just let her go to WWE with it. Come on, stop it, knock it off.
Well, I said this last week. Like, if you told me that your women's match of the year, as incredible as Io has been, and as incredible as Mercedes Moné has been, if you said your favorite women's match of the year was Giulia and Jordynne Grace, where I was like, they're both dead, like several times in that match. They beat the dog crap out of each other on NXT. It was probably a top 3 or 5 favorite of my match, like my match of the year. And I just don't understand why you didn't just do like a 6-month feud with them. It blows my mind, because why is Jordynne Grace going after the Knockouts title whilst she's on NXT? And why is Giulia being, I mean, I don't like using fumbled because people are idiots with that word, but like, man, are they? They are. I don't want to bring them up, but it's a butt fumble situation. I don't want to bring up a certain guy who was involved in a not so nice assault of late, but my goodness. Zach sent in $1.99. Zach, thank you so much. If that's just a donation, we appreciate it. If you meant to send in a chat with it, there is a field for you to write in what you did, but you can also just type asterisks and what you meant to say. But if it's just a donation, we thank you so much. And Noi is saying, don't watch weekly WWE anymore. And it sounds like I'm not missing much, but happy to see Cresta back. Cresta, thanks for the house, as we say in the wrestling biz.
Hey, thanks for all the fish. No, like
you know
honestly,
who needs to stop fish and fish tanks? Mothers. Cool. That's all I'll say.
Oh, I know that's a joke from somewhere. I just don't know the reference.
Good. God bless you. It means you're not on the internet.
If it's from the same movie, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, then come on, Cresta. Hey. But this is the same person who they're like, Cresta, you don't remember this person wrestling? They must not have wrestled. You were at the show, Cresta. I was. I look back and I was at the show.
Yeah. I've been there. Listen. When you do what we do, there's an oversaturation of wrestling, and sometimes things slip out the old in one ear and out the other.
Mixing matches together. It's like, so Chris Jericho wrestled the Big Show that one time, but they also wrestled Hangman Page because they were all on AEW, but then they did it in WWE. It's like, Chris, that never happened. It didn't happen. I feel like R-Truth. What? My bad.
Zach saying his chat didn't upload, but he wanted to say Giulia should have been doing an open challenge every week as well. She's the perfect candidate for something like that. But for some reason, they act like there's some unicorn syndrome situation going on with her. So I don't mean all your mid card. Yeah, she really, really could have. And like, man, you could have had her squish a few people. Squash them, and then like she gets a real opponent. Then Jordan Grace comes up from NXT and do that. There you go. I'm never giving up on my idea. Not now, not never.
I also just noticed in chat the joke about the fish tanks and everything. I got it now. Listen, it's wrestling. I'm not one of those people gonna argue with you about it. It's a spot. If you don't like it, you know what I did?
Yeah. That's how I've watched most matches like that, but I'll tell you what, if I had kids, they wouldn't be up at midnight watching a pay-per-view. So
honestly, the only kids of mine that are up at midnight is Bully Ray, who's running around here chasing her sister. Okay, he's the cat.
I love that. Guys, get in your super chats and humper chats. Cyclops is better than Wolverine saying, I'd rather have AI book Giulia than Triple H and Road Dogg.
Bro, listen, let's not even talk about AI. Because AI is pumping out stuff that's worse than what you could have written. And to me, you're just being lazy. Take the pen, press the button, write something. Like, listen, no, why? People would give their left testicle to write for WWE. Do what's his name was doing back in the 90s. Look at Jerry Springer, look at baddies and be like, oh, I got that. Oh, yeah, you're spitting there, Natalie Nunn. What'd you say, Cardi B? Oh, come on now. That's what, what's his name did for the Attitude Era. He talked about it. I can't think of his name. The guy's like, yeah, bro. I think his name.
Vince Russo?
Yes, thank you. That Vince.
I love that the context clue was, yeah, bro. And I knew exactly what you were talking about. Beautiful. Yeah, bro. Beautiful. You know what it is? Like, I don't know who it is. At the end of the day, it's Triple H's product and it's his responsibility. But the reason I would have a suspicion that it's Road Dogg is he's the common link between when the same booking habits were in place towards the end of the Vince era and the ones that are in place now. So I don't want to cast dispersions on a hierarchy that I don't know, but it's a pretty reasonable conclusion to draw because the constant DQ finishes, the constant distractions, frequently ending matches with roll-ups, things like this 1 minute and 35-second match between Giulia and Chelsea Green and the booking of it. Like, these are all very, the rematch syndrome that has happened on this product ad nauseum. Like, these are all the complaints we had at the end of the Vince era. And here we are again, right? So I'm not saying like, I know it's Road Dogg's fault, but I'm also not saying that that's an unreasonable conclusion to draw. Because he's the link between the two things. But Van Twinblade says, bow down to the real president, Chelsea Green.
Yo, I'm up. Mom Donnie is my mayor. Chelsea's my president. I'm up right now.
I I love it. I love it. Cresta, do you have Humper Chat access or no?
Oh, you know what? Maybe. Let's see. Because StreamYards logged me out. Let's see if Streamlabs signed me out. 1 second.
It's not the end of the world if not. I'm just not trying to test my internet, but I'll read Anthony Velasquez's super chat. Thank you so much. Saying Giulia lost her title in 1 minute and 38 seconds. This feels like they gave up on Giulia. Hope I'm wrong on that. This was bad. My hope is that they didn't give up on Giulia, but that they gave up on this rendition of it. Like that they realized how much it's not working. But my concern in that vein is she's not like hard to figure out. Like she's beautiful, she's unique looking, her presentation is incredible, she has a cool entrance and she beats the hell out of women. I think we've learned, especially in more recent years, that if you let people cut promos in their native tongue, they usually come across a lot better and you can tell what people are saying, subtitles or not, because their energy is there. I don't hate the idea of giving her a manager. I hate the way that they've booked her with her manager. That's stupid.
Yeah. The manager and her together doesn't work because that manager, it's not. There are managers in wrestling and it's really hard to live up to people like Stokely, Heyman, Don, even Zelina. But poor Kiana James, she's not even a yapper. Like, if you're not going to be a wrestler, you got to be a yapper. And she's not. Maybe she yip yaps, but she's not a yapper. And poor girl, she's an ineffective manager. Chelsea Green should have lost that. You should have cheated.
Yeah, I mean,
DQ.
She hasn't made enough programs to establish herself as credible in kayfabe, right? Like, to warrant taking any of Giulia's money. And the other thing is, it makes Giulia someone who doesn't want to wrestle, and I just think that is so off base of Giulia. Like having her be like someone who's trying to evade matches. That's not the Giulia that I've ever known. Like, nope, sorry, no thanks. But
I'm laughing. Chad said, give Kiana a dance like Nada. Stop.
The thing that's frustrating too is I saw Alex in the chat. He knows. I hope he's feeling better. We know she can work. Like he and I saw it on NXT. I don't know what because before she was injured, it felt like they were headed in this managerial direction. And I don't know why they won't let her kind of just like show out in the ring on her own. They seem obsessed with her having a bag though. Like she has had, she was carrying around
a good yapper backstage. That might be it. And they're like, do the thing, please. Do the thing. She might be a yapper backstage.
Well, they also haven't given her anything good to say, so it's kind of tough. Like, this has not been well built out at all, but you know what is well built out?
What's up?
NordVPN and the network that they've created. The beautiful people at NordVPN, who we love so much. And I'm going to let Sean Ross Sapp tell you about it. Not only because I'm lazy and I like to let him do the ad reads, but he has created like several new ad reads, and I want to see what they say. But I will say that genuinely I use NordVPN. I watch Netflix for my Smackdown because I go to Canada. I think it was Megan in the chat last week who was like, I watch YouTube in Albania because it has no ads. I love hearing little sneaky ideas like that. You can save money on pay-per-views. You can stop logging into 87 different things. It's so annoying across platforms. You don't have to get ESPN Premium Plus unleaded, whatever.
Not
you
unleaded.
Can just use NordVPN and use the code FIGHTFUL.
If you're a wrestling fan and you're not using NordVPN, what are you doing? WWE content in its own, all with one Netflix subscription, thanks to NordVPN.com/Fightful. Right now, in order to watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, PLEs, you need Netflix, you need CW Network, you need USA, you need Peacock for Saturday night's main event and ESPN Unlimited, or you get NordVPN.com/Fightful. Download the app. It's very easy. Pay the basic tier, just $2.98 a month it averages out to, and you can access all that WWE content with one Netflix account. Just change your virtual location, and you are set. It is a must-have for wrestling fans, especially as money gets tighter and especially as you got to go everywhere to get wrestling content. Head over to nordvpn.com/Fightful because it's not just that feature. There's so many more that you can check out over at nordvpn.com/Fightful. We've had hundreds, if not thousands, of wonderful users report back about their great viewing experience here. nordvpn.com/Fightful.
And it protects your data online.
It does. The original use of it is also very effective, but it is genuinely great. Like, they have all these tests you can do to see if your phone is spying on you. They have a password manager that's fantastic. So some good stuff there. But Greg Terry asking the hard-hitting questions. Why can't wrestling companies just let wrestlers wrestle? What is so hard about that? If you need to fill time, wrestle. We don't need so many segments.
I have a smart mark rebuttal to that. Because WWE in particular is not a wrestling show. It is a show about a wrestling promotion.
Mark Cresta.
Sorry. And I mean, but it's true.
Mark.
It's true. If you want a wrestling show, you gotta go to an indie show. But if you want a show about a wrestling promotion, that occasionally features wrestling, the Federation coming to the stage, Vince McMahon.
Cresta, I don't know if you know, but they tell stories. It's more like a movie than a boxing match.
It's all about the stories.
I'm not entertained. That's the damn problem.
We fired our truth and rehired our truth and told him he'd be wrong killings, and now he's our truth again, and Carlito is finding his way. It's all part of the story, pal.
It's a new landscape, is what it is. I think South Park portrayed it pretty accurately. That rules. That's an amazing South Park episode.
South Park did an episode of WWE? Because if so, after this, I know what I'm watching.
Oh, you're going to want to look it up. It's genuinely so much fun. It's genuinely.
Is it current WWE or is it like...
Oh, no, this was years ago. This was like 2010 or something, I think. Yeah. It's a good time. I wasn't
watching, but I want to watch. I wasn't watching then, but I can't wait.
Well, everyone in this company is still in that episode because everyone here is like 45 years old. So Joe loves his NordVPN. Well, Joe, NordVPN loves you. I have it on good authority. No, but we love hearing that sincerely. It's of all the partners we have, and this isn't to say anything bad about the others, it's the thing we hear most from wrestling fans because pay-per-views, platforms to log into, PLE, like it's just so much. And people are like, wow, this actually does make a difference in price and usability. Van Twinblade saying, listen to Hey Chelsea by Dragged Under.
Homework.
Not Chelsea Dagger. Not Hey Jealousy by Gin Blossoms. Hey
what
Chelsea by Dragged Under. That's a degree of separation away, but I'll take it. It's a great song. Chelsea, Chelsea, I'm a believer.
I've never heard that song. So much homework. I'm learning so much on my first day at the job.
This is Cresta's first stream ever. We love that for her.
Wrestling's so cool while cool.
Well, let's talk about something that rules, and that's Ilja Dragunov and this open challenge. I don't know if you know this, Cresta. Johnny Gargano, very good wrestler, turns out. Not sure if you're familiar with his game, but this is so fun. This was such a Kate match. It's so gross what like a this is for you Kate match this was.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, but much like The Miz, rather, I am a Johnny Gargano hater. You can't knock him out, though. He be in his...
Wow, Cresta's first day on the job and she's fired. Damn. You're back. You're back. This was technical. This was hard hitting. I could have done without Candace interfering so much, but Gargano hitting the one final beat and Ilja with that H-bomb to retain. Like technical Andrew beating the crap out of each other is Kate coded.
I apologize for my outburst, Kate. I'm sorry. I apologize for my outburst. Johnny
you want to apologize? I usually do it single screen, so I'm going to let you apologize to the people right now sincerely.
Johnny Gargano, you're a fantastic wrestler. And even though I may or may not be lying, Kate is going to threaten me. So I don't want beef. It's my first day on the job. I've never seen wrestling before today. And I heard that you can't get knocked out. I did see you go through some tables on the NXT takeover. And how are you alive? But I'm not saying that in a mean way. I mean, like, you're a god for what? So, I apologize. I'm a jabroni. I've never watched wrestling. In fact, isn't this an X-Men review?
I mean, they do. It's what they do is closer to making movies. I don't know if you heard, but thank you for apologizing. I will continue to manipulate you into thinking like me. This review, we're not the third opinion. No, that you're. I will say, what was cool with the open challenge thing for me was Sami Zayn doing it. It was like the best thing on the show most weeks, other than the endings. But that's out of their control. Ilja Dragunov, pretty damn close to being on the same par as that so far.
It feels like a threat from Ilja. I don't want to do the old with Sami. I felt like it was going to be a spirited match. With Ilja, that's a threat.
You're like, someone's gonna. You're Sophia Vergara with the selfie. You're like, I think they're actually dead. Yeah, it's something else watching him work, and this pain is your entertainment tagline. I'm not normally a tagline gal, but I'm here for that one.
Bro, he looked like he ate the original Ilja Dragunov and came back as two Ilja Dragunovs. This is the same guy when he was 200 pounds lighter, took down Walter Gunther. Bro, you got it. That challenge is going to be open because I'm never answering. Because what the hell do you mean violence is your entertainment? I don't want it. No, you got it, pal.
As far as Gargano goes, it was nice to see him have this rep. And I don't know if you know this, Cresta, but his last name is literally wrestling. So maybe learn something. Okay. He's Johnny Wrestling.
I don't know how him and Ciampa are still friends. Well, I mean, they're not in the we're breaking up cycle. They're the new Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. They're not we're breaking up yet. But Ciampa looked like, so you're not going to wrestle me, but you're going to wrestle this nerd? That nerd is your friend. Whoa.
I think it is very like, which Taylor Swift album are you in with your friendship with Gargano and Ciampa? Because it's like they're in their breakup album and then they're like in their Reputation era or whatever. Like it's a lot of breaking up and getting back and forth. But Anthony Velasquez saying, is Ciampa injured or something? Why are they holding off on that match? I think just because they are the slowest burners of stories. Like they tend to drag things out a lot. My Kate answer is that his beard isn't grown in enough, so he's not strong enough to fight Ilja Dragunov. I'm going to need him to be full bearded jump again. It freaks me out.
If I'm not mistaken, both of those are like Triple H dudes. So if I'm not mistaken, and I'm just going to go on a limb here, if we're going to do a Ciampa Dragunov match, it has to be a good match because I know Ciampa has those matches in it. Same thing with Monsieur Gargano. I know he's got those matches in him. So to me, an open challenge, you could really put on a banger here, which I think Gargano and oh my God, Mr. Dragunov, please don't kill me. They put on a really good match.
You don't want to forget.
Okay, I'm watching my own match. My two cats, Bully Ray and Mercedes Meowne, are fighting each other. That's not their real names, but that's the names when I'm on the show. They are just running around fighting each other. They don't like the fact that I talked down about Mr. Gargano, so now they're giving me the royal meumble.
Is she the cat executive officer?
I mean, she beats me up.
CEO.
She yells and she gets what she wants. I mean, she has every title. She's the Pat champion.
Does she have creative control? That's the question.
I mean, she gets fed whenever she wants. So I think so.
Guys, get in your super chats. Get in your humper chats. We are scooting through this episode of Smackdown that has made Alex Pulaski somehow sicker. But coming out of Saturday night's main event, some big news with Jade Cargill addressing the crowd here. She just says that she's here to remind everybody that she's that bitch. And that's pretty much it. And then Charlotte comes out. And
I'll take it.
Cresta, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say a swear. So, mothers, if you need to stop this with your remotes, just know I'm about to say a swear word. This is the bullshit I'm on. Okay. There are too many instances. I'll put it this way. I don't mind if a heel gets cheered. I don't mind if a couple heels get cheered. I do mind if it's a product-wide issue that people are rooting for your heels and tapped out on your faces. Meaning, like, the roles are reversed too many times. People genuinely want Drew McIntyre to win. They think Braun and Braun are cool as hell. Dominic Mysterio, they won't turn face, and everybody wants to cheer for this guy except for Alex Pulaski and sometimes me. Like, and now it feels like they were trying to force things with Jade to click as a face, and now that she's turned heel, everybody wants to cheer her. So it's like, it's so, yeah, and Cody is out here cheating as the champion babyface on Saturday night.
It's okay against Drew
event,
McIntyre.
right?
I'm sorry. It's okay against Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre. I'm sorry. It's okay against Drew McIntyre.
There are some people that view wrestling through that lens, and I can understand it. And I can appreciate it, especially when there's like as big of a size disadvantage as there is with Drew. But like, there's a difference between a character written with shades of gray and there's people that are supposed to be bad that are getting cheers and vice versa way too much across this entire product, across Raw and SmackDown for my liking right now. So I think it's tricky. Like, and so I'm so happy that people are like into this Jade heel turn. I feel like she seems way more comfortable as a heel on the mic than she ever did as a face. Like, she just commands more authority and seems so much more comfortable out there. But I see everybody cheering and I'm like, man, why didn't you just make her a tweener face the whole time she was a face? Because this is what people think of her. I love the Jamaican flag gear that she came out with. She's the first woman of Jamaican descent to hold the world title. I think the first champion in general, because Kofi Kingston was having some fun with that on Twitter. He was like, well, technically. So I think I'm so excited. I think this was absolutely the right move for Jade Cargill. But when they pull back the scope of the product, like in the context of the greater WWE product, I think there's a major issue, and that's part of why the product isn't clicking right now. What did you think of this with Jade? Alex is saying that they literally made her AEW Jade. They sure do default back to certain presentations that worked in AEW when their own stuff's not working, Blake Monroe. Like, they definitely do that. I'm not even saying that's a bad or a good thing. Like, if it's the wrestler's vision, they should absolutely be doing that. But what did you think of this brief promo? And are you excited to see what feels like we're getting this interruption from Charlotte? Something's brewing there. What do you think about that?
See, I am going to bring up my good friend here, Mr. Joel Pearl. And Joel Pearl made a good point about WWE's.
Again, sorry, bringing up Joel as a non-starter. This is Cresta's first day on the job. My good friend Joel Pearl isn't something that flies around these parts, so our apologies to the viewers. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Joel, you're not even safe here. Damn.
No.
Anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. That listen, Joel Pearl made the same thing. Made the same comment. There's too many cool bad guys. And there's nothing wrong with being a cool bad guy. But if I want you to cheer someone like Cody Rhodes, you're not going to do that when I've got cool bad guy Drew saying, shut up. And it's cool. Whoop that trick. It's so cool. How can I cheer for Mike Santana, who got a hard beat about, yeah, I'm born nasty. I mean, everyone's like, it's kind of unfair. In Jade's case, right? I don't mind her being a heel. I think, agreed, that's the best fit for her. But then we come back to, are we going back to AEW? Because you bucking up at Charlotte. And I did see the Tiffany Stratton match. Jade has improved. Jade is a lot better than what she was. But girl, that's still Charlotte, girl. That's Charlotte Flair, girl. So even if she nepo babies it, we can still wrestle, girl. So what you gonna do, girl? Like I like that for you, Jade. I live but like you can't be an asshole and not back it up. Asshole Lee wrestling. Braun Breaker could be an asshole because Braun Breaker's gonna hurt you. You know what I mean? Nia Jax could be an asshole because she's gonna cheat to win. Because you're not gonna do that, Jade. And it's cool if you want to beat up other people. Be fat, hey, yo, that sucks. But like if Michin really got in her bag, if Giulia got in her bag, if Charlotte wanted to put on a show, what are you gonna do, brother? Respectfully, because you can beat me up and I'm soft. I'm like baby food. I am soft, okay? So it's like, listen, I hope the best, but she really got Charlotte about anytime you want to do it. And Charlotte's like, girl, I've had 17. I was like, Charlotte, stop, okay? But also, I don't want to see Charlotte versus Jade on the mic because I want to believe that Jade is going to eat her up. But I remember what Charlotte did to Alexa Bliss, and now Alexa Bliss is her friend.
You know what? Fair. MD Cyclo saying Joel makes good points. Never. Megan saying poor Joel. He's fine. Well, here's the other issue with this program is, can we just give the tag titles back to NXT champions? Because like
actual tag teams.
Yeah. Like I actually really liked this Alexa and Charlotte pairing initially because it felt very organic. And then they went in this direction that was very like slapstick comedy-ish. And then they kind of have tapered off from that because it, I think, didn't really click. And I actually kind of like the duo, but it's like, here we go again, a tag champ entering the world title picture instead of focusing on the tag titles. It's just such a waste. And there's so many other women on this roster that could use it. Like every day that passes that Ivy Nile's not like prominently featured.
Bro, that's
like swings and misses, right? Give me an Ivy Nile Giulia tag team since nothing else is working.
Ivy Nile versus Giulia should wrestle every week and then throw Jordan Grace in there just for my sports entertainment. I don't care about no one else.
Gross. Like it'd be gross how great it is. Here's the deal. My cousin wants to know what you think about Burn Notice, and I'll give you context for this in a second, but my God.
Okay.
Are you a fan of Burn Notice? Good answer. Good answer. Family Feud. Good answer.
Good answer.
We love it. Know what it is.
Is that the one with
enabling him? Stop.
Is that the one? No, that's House of Cards. Never mind. I don't know what Burn. Wait, is Burn Notice the one where they kill the spies?
Yeah, it's a spy show with the most medium actors, and it's just extremely average. But I
have a chance to get on the show. I'm very average as well. I'm extremely average.
The words to describe Cresta, average is like so not in the same stratosphere as any of them. Now, would you stop it? These people. Burn Notice is like worse than, it's almost like with wrestling. I'd rather watch something bad than I would something that's like meh. But because Alex and I, when we can, do shows that feature actors on them, or movies and shows that feature wrestlers on them.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, hey, the Big Show was on, you should review it. And I'm like, I don't know.
Sorry.
No, that's another very appropriate response. It's like, I don't know if a 30-minute mediocre show is ripe for me and Alex. Alex and I do really well with stuff that's bad.
I watch 3 things right now: professional wrestling, RuPaul's Drag Race, and my guilty pleasure, Hanson versus Predator. So to catch Chris Hansen is still doing this. So
good for him.
I know he hates his job. So
not to be my job too. Not to be all insidery about it, but I have to send you a TikTok based on that information that I just found because it reminded me.
Chris Hansen go be on WWE. You heard it here first. Cycle dropping scoop. Chris Hansen versus Adam Pearce next week Monday.
You know what? He would get to the bottom of stuff a lot fast. He would know who was like in these backstage attacks because he'd have been tracking people for a longer time.
It is the way that Chris Hansen would have caught the MFTs doing whatever they're doing. But you said here on the show that you were going to Johnny Gargano. And I checked right here in the text message. You said, I'm going to F him in the A when I see him in Hell in a Cell. What did you mean by that?
Man, if only there were somebody that was doing like wrestling investigation, but almost like
Investigations
Yes.
with Cresta Star, who's going to
Yes.
be investigating the most questions that nobody asked for. Like my first episode is going to come out sometime this month. Like, where is Samoa Joe's spawn point? Now, before you're like, Cresta, there's WrestlePedia for that. I went to the Don Callis School of Facts, and I want to get on the internet and lie, okay? So I'm going to investigate this, all right? You should watch when it comes out. I'll let you guys know. I'm editing it as we speak. I don't have an editor, all right? And don't make fun of my theme song because we can't license no music. All right, thanks, Kate. That was a great segue.
You're welcome anytime. I'm here to promote you and help you get bags wherever you can.
Not the ones under my eyes, the ones with money in them. A big bag of money like CM Punk.
Correct. You should be a wrestling manager. You'd put Don Callis in the ground.
Bro, if I'm a wrestling manager, every good wrestling manager got to take a bump, and I'm going through 9 tables. I will get anyone over. I will get anyone. I promise you I will get anyone over. But you're going to have to fight people. And I'm going to have they put Paul Bearer in cement. I've seen Paul Heyman go through tables. Don Callis took a screwdriver to the head. It's up for me. I'm cooked. Stokely Hathaway gets terrorized every Saturday and Wednesday.
Man, Brody King's arm just respect.
I'm gonna go through a table by Jade. That's because you're like, you were the light skin who was talking shit about me. Like,
Cresta being my permanent co-host was an excellent call. I'm just saying. Let's talk about this this Charlotte and Nia Jax match. This did not need to be nearly as long as it was, but we did get the debut of Lash Legend, who attacks Alexa Bliss in this, and Nia gets the win here. This was better than last week. Nia and Alexa did not have a great match. This was better. But the big thing here is Lash Legend is called up to the main roster. That's something that Sean said. That's something that the WrestleVotes crew joining us also made note of. That it seems like she will be working on the main roster more than NXT now. So this took way too long to establish what this ended up leading to. You certainly could have thrown 5 more minutes on the Chelsea and Giulia match at least. But Lash Legend on the main roster here. Thoughts on the match and Lash Legend being are you familiar with Lash Legend's game, by the way? Because I don't know if you're an NXT watcher too much. And
no, she did a stint in TNA for a minute, and her and Jakara Jackson, now Mara Sade, really impressed the hell out of me. And then they released Mara, and I'm like,
yeah, she improved really. They both have improved immensely, but Mara was improving quite a bit. I was surprised by that move, but yeah, that was shocking to split up that tag team, but based on how women's tag teams are booked, maybe they're both better off.
Yeah.
You've got some hoss women in this division, and I'm loving it. Like you've got Jade, you've got Nia, you've got Charlotte, who I think probably still fits that category because she's very tall and muscular.
Yeah.
Now you got Lash coming up. How'd you feel about the match in this call-up?
I don't hate it. I have said that I think after seeing Lash in TNA, and I know people like, nobody's watching TNA. Shut up. TNA is great, okay? TNA has some of the most fantastic, especially knockout women's wrestlers, and Lash held her own against people like Masha and Jordan, and that to me is the creme de la creme, and these girls are not pulling their punches. These are broads fighting in the street. You know what I mean? Like, they're not professionally wrestling. So I'm happy to see her up here, and Nia Jax is the right one for her because Lash Legend is respectfully, that's a big bitch. So is Nia Jax. That's a big bitch. Very respectfully. And these two women have the possibility to dominate. And I hate using Brock Lesnar as the example, but not the person, the character being an unstoppable monster. I always wanted that for someone like Nia, a Lash Legend. These two could really destroy and do damage in your tag division. However, I know how y'all give it up when it comes to booking Nia. She's strong until you're like, we pushing Nia Jax. Chill out. Which I don't like. So I'm hoping for the best because I think Nia and Lash could really beat up on some of these other mid-card girls. And then you have a competitive match with someone like, oh, you're smaller than me. I'm going to beat you up. let's say for example, Giulia and Zelina, they'll never group because Zelina still hates her. But if they did, that'd be a very competitive match. You know what I mean? You've got the David and Goliath thing going on. So I think it's only up for Lash Legend. And eventually, Nia's going to turn on Lash. And I'm going to see big, meaty women slapping feet.
We love that for us so much. Yeah, I mean, there was I think it was Wrestling Observer. I know it wasn't us, so bear with me. But there was a report that Lash Legend was going to be involved in the War Games match. And we started seeing the time tick down here because that's not that far away and she was nowhere to be found. So they did make an attempt backstage to patch up the connection with Nia. Nia and Lash had a one-off in NXT. And she backstage says she was a formidable opponent and she's an ass kicker, which is why she's my friend now. Not the best, but also not the worst, honestly. Like I kind of like angles of like, you know what? I did not know your game. I stepped in the ring. Now I know your game. And I actually think you're badass. I think that's pretty cool. I wish there was
we could fight each other, but
yeah, exactly. Like I think that's gonna be a cool connection. I just wish they would have let the creative bake a little bit more. That like we kind of saw the connection there, but I appreciate that they at least acknowledged it because sometimes they don't even do.
Like, how'd you guys get together? I've never seen this woman a day in my life, actually. I will say, I don't know if this was an homage to China or just Lash taking liberties, but the way she choked out Alexa and her legs was dangling, I believe she was killing that girl. I was like, damn.
Yeah. No, she's crazy strong. Like there's a spot that should be like probably more highly used in video packages and stuff than it is, but she like hit her finisher on Otis.
Oh yeah.
It's insane. It's insane how strong she is. So I am looking forward to that. We'll see how that plays into Survivor Series. But speaking of Survivor Series, if you are following WWE closely, if you're on Fightful Select and in on all the scoops, you're going to find out that there's some underdog lock picks that happen when it's betting season. And there's no better place to bet than MyBookie AG.
At MyBookie AG, they say that you can bet on anything, anytime, anywhere. And they mean it. NBA, NHL, NFL, Major League Baseball, UFC, pro wrestling. But that's not it. Motorsports, golf, tennis, darts, cycling, cricket, handball, floorball, rugby, snooker, volleyball, table tennis, cycling. Yeah, you can bet on it at MyBookie AG. They got the best support system in the business. We only want you to bet what you can, and please bet responsibly. But go take advantage of being able to bet on anything, anytime, anywhere. They got live esports. They got racing. They got everything at MyBookie AG. And right now, get a $50 bonus when you deposit $100 or a $100 bonus when you deposit $200. You can bet with Bitcoin and play their great casino games as well. MyBookie AG.
MyBookie AG.
Bet
They've been great to us.
responsibly. Don't bet your house.
Use the code Fightful. Get more money for the money that you're depositing. They're going to be with us for a while. We're very excited to have them on board continually. We are thankful for their support and their partnership as we move forward. But Sean mentioned it. You can bet on wrestling. You can bet on the entertainment stuff over there. They're also just like a hilarious social media follow with the graphics that they make and stuff. So we encourage you to go there just, for the LOLs. Not mad about that. Not mad about that at all.
Drag Race. I don't know. I don't know if they do that over there.
If they don't, they should, and you should be their inside scoop.
Honestly, bet who you think is gonna win. It's like wrestling. It's all work anyway.
That's it. That's it. Cresta, it's time to talk about balls.
I love balls.
We've got Sami Zayn telling Nick Aldis he's tired of Solo's crew running around, but Aldis is like, "You're not cleared, dude. Knock it off." But then R-Truth comes in. And he wants to be in John Cena's Last Time Is Now deal. It's going to be, they got the bingo caller out. And he's like, "I want to put my balls in your hands," because he wants to be chosen for this. And then they're talking about how they don't want to touch balls. Hey, remember the R-Truth heel turn and how much heat it had and what a big deal it was? And now he's no longer Ron Killings. He's talking about balls backstage. Granted, my 12-year-old prepubescent boy humor is somewhere in my brain, and I did laugh at this because Ron Killings is very funny. But I was looking forward to him being something else. And I keep waiting for like the button moment that's going to change that. Like, is facing John Cena one more time and losing to him the thing that's going to set him off. Like, I keep waiting for the thing that's going to make him like go over the line, but it feels like they re-signed him and then abandoned everything that they talked about with it, which is a shame because it had a ton of heat and he is beloved by fans, everyone in the locker room, everybody that basically re-employed him. He is absolutely beloved. Megan saying I was amused by the ball stuff. All right,
good.
I'm
a mature fuck, yeah.
Okay, great. We love that. We love that on a Friday night. He is very like his timing is very, very good. And the thing is, like, when he turned heel and cut his hair, that moment was so powerful. And this is a long pattern of behavior with WWE where they turn someone heel and then they suck at it. John Cena, the New Day, right? Like, they are really, really bad at following through on heel turns, which part of it makes me nervous with Jade, but I feel like she's such like an entity onto her own that one will be okay. So I didn't hate this with R-Truth. It made me laugh. But compared to what we could be doing with him, that blows. So
yeah, no.
How do you feel
100%.
about this?
I laugh at cocking balls. I will always laugh. I'm immature. I don't care. R-Truth will always get a pop out of me. But I will agree with you. The last couple of heel turns have been nothing but disappointing. Maybe you guys can't book a proper heel turn and not a cool heel. Make someone be a bastard like Pac, like JBL. Nobody likes that guy. You know what I mean? Have them really be a heel. I think that with R-Truth, with all the momentum he had, much like the New Day, I don't think you guys wanted to do anything besides have that moment. With R-Truth, you had that moment because people were on your neck. The fans weren't letting off of you. You can't keep banning people with "We want R-Truth" signs. You can't stop the chants during every match. So you come back and then there's nothing. Bro, you didn't have anything for him to begin with. Give him a proper program. Even if not, at least, I don't know. If you were going to have him still do yuck, and there's nothing wrong with that, don't give us something serious. And I was thinking, you know what? It's about time. Ron Killings needs to do something. Yeah, give him a US, but you wasn't trying to do that. So I think it's a waste of time when you half-heartedly turn someone heel because you'll get a cool heel, which sucks because then you'll have your baby faces like Cody. And it always seems to happen to Cody. You just get booed. They just get booed because you're a dumb baby face. You're not making cool baby faces to counteract your cool heels. And then people like R-Truth, who's funny, who has the potential to be a really cool baby face or a really cool heel, you just have him doing what he was doing before, which there's not enough comedy acts in WWE. I'll be honest with you. So I'm okay with that. But what are we doing? Feature him. He should have a match against John Cena. He should. I'm not a fan of The Miz having a match against John Cena, but that's someone who should, for better or for worse, who should. So I
can't argue with the history there makes sense, like for these people to be in this tournament. To your point about the heels that you actually want to boo, man, oh man, I've been saying it week over week, but does SmackDown miss Kevin Owens so bad?
Kevin Owens the problem with Kevin Owens, he's a truther. You want to boo Kevin Owens until he says something like, well, shut the hell up, Shane McMahon. You're sucking all the air. You're like, yikes. He's right. Boo, Shane McMahon, boo. Got him, get him. So I'm trying to think of who was a bastard. Someone who's like, man, you're annoying. I hate this guy.
Gunther's the other one. Like,
I think Ciampa can do it too. Ciampa really can.
Ciampa could.
Like, oh, you're an asshole. Oh, get this guy out of here.
100%. Kevin Owens is like just so, like this is probably why people want Ethan Page to be called up, and I'm one of them. Like he can do.
Ethan Page is a crappy. He's a hitter.
Yeah, he is. Like he has the versatility. I say he has the Kevin Owens gene because he can make things make sense where they don't. Like he's very, very good at that. And let me tell you, there's a lot of things on NXT that don't always make sense. So he's doing great at that. But he also has the Kevin Owens gene and the versatility of comedy heel. He's got great timing. He can nail it. Vicious heel. His trilogy with Javon Evans was like violent. Like he can do a lot of things. I think he would be he's well
rounded,
well primed for a call up here.
I think Penta could do it too, but I don't know what Penta's doing.
I mean, wasting time until they pair him with his brother is what it feels like, but maybe they'll just keep playing tag partner roulette with Fenix.
Put the Lucha Brothers together. Stop pissing us off.
That's what, honestly, it feels like they're spite booking, and that's just so annoying.
Then spite hire me. What? Piss the people off. Hire Cresta from the dirt sheet. She's not even dirty. She bathed. I'm sorry.
It's your first day, okay? Give it time.
I'm already a smart.
You do have You did. You had to make a full screen apology.
My apologies, Mr. Gargano. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you owed him that. You are not allowed to disagree with me, so that's how that goes. But more. The last time is now tournament hype. You mentioned it. The Miz versus Jey Uso and LA Knight versus a mystery opponent who Nick Aldis is going to keep to himself because why give us something exciting? But Miz cuts a promo about wanting to retire Cena, and he tries his best to put over Jey Uso here. Him facing the Miz makes me feel like Jey Uso isn't turning heel yet, and for the love of God, like we don't have to slow burn every heel turn, but this is just a tournament match, so who knows? Any thoughts on who this mystery opponent might be?
Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce. Final answer. Lock in those lyrics.
Ooh. Is it Adam Pearce in the tournament?
And you believe he's sick of John Cena's shit. He's had it. He wants to get his pound of flesh. He's lacing back up the boots. I saw as one of his NWA matches, so now I'm an Adam Pearce fan.
He was great.
Like
he was
Adam
great in
Pearce.
NWA. He was
Honestly,
great in NWA.
I don't know.
It's the funniest possible one.
Adam Copeland.
It's Adam Copeland. Thank you for saying that. I would love for it to be. I think it's gonna be, that could be the pull for Joe Hendry. The chat is saying that could be the Gunther's return slot, but I think they'll just announce that on Raw. It would be cool. Like if the thing about it being like Oba Femi or someone is they'd have to win. Like they would have to win if it's going to be Oba Femi. Like if you're doing the NXT call-up thing and it's someone like Oba Femi, they have to win the whole thing. So I don't think it's that. Joe Hendry is probably a good shout. People are saying Cardona. That's a rumor that was in our debunkathon today that I don't think is happening.
Cardona is not going to be tied down anywhere. And I honestly feel, and this is me making this up, this is not a scoop, but this is how I feel inside of my heart, that if they got Cardona, he would have to sign and he wouldn't be doing anything that he's doing now. He'd be Zack Ryder again, and y'all hated that. And he would do it for one match, do some mid-card stuff, and languishing and catering. I love Matt Cardona. I think he's fantastic. But same thing with Cope. You stay away from this because they're going to try to hit you with you mine now. Don't do that.
I think they would make him Zack Ryder, and he'd be perfectly happy to do it and get his paycheck.
Be with his wife every week.
Greg Cherry saying Adam Pearce lore about me. He blocked me on Twitter before asking for a spot in the 2021 Men's Royal Rumble. Well, there you go. He's quick with the block button, but I never shame people for that because it's gross.
Sometimes you got to get blocked.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been blocked by the only person I respect it.
Block. You said that about Johnny. You talk about Johnny Gargano like that, automatic block.
Listen, you may hate me for my Gargano, but we connect on our Zack Sabre love.
You want to be back? I can't stay mad at you.
Wow.
I can't stay mad. Wait, who'd you get blocked by? You were gonna say.
Oh, they don't matter. Mr. Cornette, I don't care. I don't care. I blocked him right back.
Me too.
Suck my ass.
Me too.
If
I
y'all
was gonna
ask me right
try
now,
and
I'll
think
block Sean Ross Sapp. If somebody donates $500, I'll block Sean Ross Sapp right now.
I'll do it for $1.99. Are you kidding? I have his number. I don't have to communicate with him on Twitter.
He's gonna call him.
Venmo
Like,
me
yeah,
$5.
that's what I
I'll block
thought.
Sean right now.
Block him.
I don't need to see his shit.
I'm asking the real question. He's a dirt sheet guy, but he's always clean. Curious. That's why they don't like you, Sean. That's why they don't like, because all you do is lie.
Maybe if you Venmo me enough money to block Sean, I can afford Fightful Select.
Come on now. The best $5.99, $6 in the month of the business of the scoop. You're getting all the reliable scoops, not that aggregated stuff. And you're going to be like, Sean, how come you didn't tell me? And then when Sean tells you, you could be like, well, I heard about it first on Fightful.com. Fightful Select.
Cresta. Pretty good for your first day. Not going to lie.
Thanks.
Let's wrap up and then we'll talk about the bookend of the show here. We got the Bloodline Junior, the MFTs. You got Solo rallying his crew here, and the Wyatts are barking at them because they're dogs. So there's
How
that.
is Solo still a leader? That's what I want to know.
They trademarked like the tribal heir or something, so there'll probably be some like tournament. They're slow burning this stuff with the Wyatts, which is a little weird. But you have Rey Fenix and Tonga. Fenix doing everything that he can here.
Lazy name, by the way. Tonga, very, because he's the tallest Tonga, very lazy. I peeped you. Lazy.
A little clunky. He's a little clunky out there today for sure. Not that keeping up with Rey Fenix is like an easy task by any means, but
no.
It felt like this was all Fenix working his butt off and Tonga just not getting into the flow of it, like stopping the momentum every time it got going. But Sami Zayn does run out with a chair post-match to chase off Solo and his crew. I think what we're seeing is the formation of some War Games teams here. So they are at least like have their eyes on the prize with it. Sami Zayn is perfect and never done anything wrong. So there's that. True. This match wasn't great. Not a lot to talk about here. I felt like Fenix was really like efforting into this match, but him and Tonga just the chemistry wasn't there. Felt like Talla was as tall things do, the kind of lumbering about a lot.
Trees are lumber.
Any thoughts on any of this?
Not really. I don't think it was ever
Trees
in doubt
lumber.
Who was going to win. And I think it was really about the post match. And like you said, there's a War Games brewing. It's over the horizon. Clearly, it's going to be the MFTs versus ragtag baby faces.
I like the way that you say ragtag baby faces very much.
Gotta say it like there's a newsie. It's the 1920s. Come get the news right now. You get the ragtag baby teams right there. WWE.
Working at the banner. It's fine. Like working at the banner. Let's talk about the beginning and the end of the show. We get the Saturday night's main event recap, as it were. And he does his what do you want to talk about bit, and then talks about how Drew's own actions are what cost him a Saturday night's main event. That he's the biggest self-sabotager in the history of this great sport. And that brings out Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. Aleister Black has a chip on his shoulder, which if I never heard any wrestler say that again, I would be fine. People use that phrase so much.
I don't see any chips on your shoulder at all. I don't even see a crumb.
I don't see Lay's. I don't see Doritos. I don't see any of it. I don't see any of it.
A Pringle.
But then your girl, Zelina, slaps the ever-loving crap out of Cody. And Nick Aldis makes Cody and Aleister Black the main event for tonight. Conveniently, they didn't have a main event booked for the show already, which seems like bad planning on Nick Aldis's part. But then we have the match that you're not going to believe this ends in a non-finish because once again, Aleister Black, very good in the ring. I never like when anybody fails up. If you lose 2 U.S. Open challenges, you shouldn't be moving up the card to face the world champion, even in a non-title match. You're a loser. I don't understand.
Stop.
But we knew what was going to happen. Hey, you hate Johnny Gargano, the
That's
biggest
fair,
losing
that's
loser
fair.
of them all. Okay,
Hey,
be
that's fair,
consistent.
that's fair.
But it was really solid work until the inevitable non-finish with this. Damian Priest rushing in, chaos breaking loose, Zelina getting tossed, Priest getting his eye attacked. Surprise, surprise. Cody ends the night standing tall with the Cody cutter. Nick Aldis, for some reason, can't believe this, and he suspends Drew McIntyre, which means either a War Games return or he's switching brands, which I think would be a very, very good idea for him. I am just so tired of these types of finishes. I'm so tired of saying the match was good, but the finish didn't need to be. It's exhausting. Priest and Aleister Black has been going on for too long and has never felt hot. Continuing that is stupid. If this is to continue Drew and Cody after Drew lost clean twice to Cody, that's very stupid. I'm just not a fan of the way that this went down. It's very predictable. It's very tired, and we see it every week. And I would like for it to stop. Aleister Black is a fantastic in-ring worker, and I think that this feud has done neither him nor Damian Priest any favors. It's just been long and heatless for the most part, with two really good workers. So that's the part that I don't like. But this is what we closed the show with. I think it's a huge slap in the face to the women's U.S. title match. You had a women's title change with one of the very best women's workers in the world and one of the most beloved talents you have, and you threw it out in the middle of the show instead of the end because you were planning 1 minute and 35 seconds for that shit. That's disrespectful to do yet another schmoz finish in a non-title match. Just a load of crap. Just a load of crap that feels like the same old crap that we talk about every week. So didn't love that. What did you think? Are you more optimistic on this than I am, or are you going to disagree with me and I'm going to have to pull you from the screen again?
I agree with everything you said.
Perfect.
Okay, let me tell you what I like about
10 no notes.
Cody's suit Cody always dresses real nice. Cody dressed like he's going to church every show he's on. Like his Sunday, he's the best. That's number one. Number two, Zelina Vega slapping you. Hey, you deserved it. I don't know what to tell you. If Zelina Vega slapped me, I probably did something. You know, hey, it happens. Some people got to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I agree with you with the Aleister and Damian Priest. I like their matches. I don't like the story around it. And I would kind of almost rather them just fight to fight than you lie and tell me that this is for some pride, honor, blah, blah, blah. The other problem with Aleister challenging Cody is I feel like at this point with Aleister, he's got to win something. He's so good. We can't keep saying the same thing. He's so good. He's got to win something. Personally, I think him and Ilja, I don't want to see that, but also that would be so good. That would be so good. These little crazy European people trying to kill each other. Do your big one. I'd be here for it. I want to watch that, you know?
Well, you should have been watching last week, Cresta, because that was the open challenge match.
I took my eyes out that week. It turns out I took my eyes out that week. I had to wash them. I had to power wash my eyes.
You need that sometimes. I had to power wash my eyes. You know, you raise a good point, though, because with Aleister and Zelina, the first thing that they did was have Aleister lose. It wasn't clean. But you put together this new pairing, and the first thing you do is have Aleister lose it in an open challenge match. So I don't like that.
Like, what are we doing here? And also,
yeah.
Drew McIntyre, I hate this for you, but you are literally acting like a petulant child. I didn't win. Whose fault is that? We were just chanting you tapped out a couple of months ago. Drew, like, bro, go tag with our truth. Go home, be a family man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, did you just get married? Like, Drew, you're doing this to yourself. There was no need for you to claymore that ref. The ref didn't do shit one to you. That ref counted to 3 because you lost. You didn't move. We all saw it. It's not the ref's fault. You're going to go to Raw. That's what's going to happen. And now you're going to have to deal with Roman Reigns again. You hate Drew, it might be time for anger management. I know they got that in WWE. It might be time.
The thing with Drew is he's lost a lot this year. In big spots and small. WWE put together a compilation of him being a giant loser, which was weird.
The crash out is valid.
But the thing with someone like Drew is like you can run that story, but usually you run that story with a face to justify them turning heel, and usually they're not an enormous physical specimen. Because it's very weird when someone of this size and stature can't figure out a way to win for like an entire year. It's a stupid arc.
It's not that weird. It depends on the person because Babatunde, Nia Jax, they stay losing and they're lords.
Nia had a title reign that lasted more than 5 minutes.
True, but outside of that, Nia be losing.
Yeah, but she won for months. You know what I mean? Like Drew won for 5 minutes. That's it. And he lost to Jimmy and Jey Uso earlier this year.
Nah, you're right. Because the last time I think Drew was really reigning was during the Thunderdome Panderic. Who's Derek?
I'm so glad you didn't say that back when Vince was running things during the pandemic, because Panderic would have been a character. They would have done it.
Oh my God.
He would have been a guest host. Panderic?
Devon Evans would have been named Panderic. Wrestler. Panderic. What's their finisher? All I got is Brovid. That's all I got. That's all I got. Like the bro kick Brovid. That's all I got. Like the Vader bomb. He hit him with the Brovid.
That's it. That's the show. We're not ending on anything better than Brovid. Are you kidding? My God.
Come to work with a black eye. What happened to you? Drew gave me Brovid.
He hit him with the Brovid. You counter it with the vaccine. Not to be controversial, whatever, but
that could be somebody's finisher. The vaccine.
Exactly.
And it's the elbow right to the back of the head.
Vaccine Dupree.
Vaccine Dupree. Yes. The only way to get rid of the Becky Lynch syndrome, vaccine Dupree. we just booked your whole women's division.
The thing is, Vince would have done everything we said.
Vaccine Dupree
100%.
versus Panderic. Main event at one of the Saudi super shows. Yeah, yep. $1 million purse, baby.
Going.
Sorry.
No, it's perfect. That would have been King and Queen of the Ring. That's how that ends. Cresta. We talked earlier about a lot of things today, but we did mention that there were some investigations that were going to be taking place, conducted by you. And where can people find such a thing?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you so much for watching Fightful this evening on Cresta Star's first day covering Smackdown. I've never seen wrestling a day in my life, and you guys have been fantastic. If you want to know what I want to know, which isn't a lot like the Outrunners, you can go ahead and tune into my YouTube, youtube.com/CrestaStar for Investigations. It's not out yet. It's coming. I'm editing it. I am the only editor. I am not Michael Steven Spielberg. Michael is his other brother. That's me, Michael Spielberg. That's me over here. It's the director's hat. If you want more of Cresta shenanigans, follow me on all forms of social media at Cresta Star. CRESTASTARR. 2 R's because I'm a pirate and I stole the extra one. If you like, well, Cresta, do you do anything outside of Fightful? I'm on an episode of Fan versus Hater. You can look that up in House of Highlights. I'm going to be on another one. That's coming out December 5th. Boop. I'm out here. I love wrestling. And most importantly, I love you and not in a parasocial way. So take care of yourself. You're fantastic.
Aww.
I hope you find $20 on the floor and your butt looks nice. You can also see me tomorrow on AEW Collision with Rick because I don't think Iridium will be there. Kate, where can the people find you?
They can find me taking all their money for the Fightful Awards. That's where they can find me. Greg Cherry's in the chat. He's a first-time sponsor this year. We have a lot of wonderful return sponsors, but it is quickly coming up, Fightful Awards season. So if you are interested, you can promote causes, you can promote your own things, you can clip Sean's reads and use them however you want, within reason. Your promoted on the show, which usually goes to 20,000 plus views. You get inclusions in all of our promotional materials and YouTube descriptions. Shout outs to our over 500,000 subscribers across social media as well. This channel has 200,000 plus subscribers on it for $100, and you get exclusivity in the category that you're sponsoring. So email Kate@Fightful.com. You can email Sean too, but I get a commission. So email me instead.
If you email me, I'll just take your money. Don't email Cresta.
Cresta's
email
like,
Kate.
Venmo me and Cash App. That's it. That's where Cresta's at. But we can set you up for that. We appreciate the support for that because let me tell you, those trophies are expensive. So we appreciate you helping us chip away at those costs. But you can find me also not on Mondays right now, which is not at all depressing, but it's fine. But you can catch me on Tuesdays with Alex Pulaski doing the NXT post show. We hope that Alex Pulaski is feeling better. My goodness, he was sick. You did your incredible Halloween dazzling special with him when Sean was out. So we've had a little bit of host roulette of late. But we hope Alex feels better. And me here every Friday as well. Also, when I am able to, I'm on the Mark Order podcast on Wednesdays talking all things All Elite. So go support those fellas as well. But we wish you a safe and wonderful wrestling weekend. Tune into our Collision post show tomorrow with the lovely Cresta and Rick Achino. Have a safe and wonderful